Coming to you from the innovative, immersive Hyundai Virtual Next Weather Sphere. This is Next Weather.
All right, now it's time to catch up with meteorologist Andrew Kozak. He's in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere. Andrew, what is next week looking like? Again, I keep going back to this fall thing, but we're at October starting, so I'm really hoping everything goes together, you know.
We're going to have a little bit of summer continuing for the next couple of days, increasing clouds. But if you're looking for those 60s and 70s for high temperatures, Nikki, well, just have a little bit of patience because by the end of the week, we'll be right back down where we belong and maybe even then some for some areas. Right now, it's a nice night across the area, opening up our next weather sphere. Overall, what we're going to continue to see overnight would be a couple of areas of patchy fog, much like what we saw last night and into early this morning. I want to start off, though, with a look at the tropics. We have Humberto right now, strong Category 4 hurricane winds of 150 miles per hour. We've had this less organized, less impressive looking cluster of storms, which has now formed into a very weak but slowly starting to intensify tropical storm. That's Imelda. Now, this will move north. This will move north and curve out. The interesting thing, though, is that this is one of the only times, you don't see this very often, where Humberto curving out actually acts like a magnet and pulls Imelda out to sea as well. So if you're wondering why we've changed our forecast from, well, Imelda potentially hitting the Carolina coast to now moving out to sea, you can thank Humberto for that. That's going to be helping. Plus, we have an area of some cooler air, a little bit of a front that will be affecting us later on the week that will help to push all of this out to sea. So there's a little bit of that. And I'll show you that here with both systems moving to the north in the next 24 to 48 hours and then pushing out to sea. You can see it coincides with that area of high pressure coming in. Not only does that reinforce that kick of these systems out of the way, but it's also going to provide us with that fall-like weather that we're going to see as we head toward your Thursday and your Friday. All right, let's talk a little bit now about where we are right now as far as temperatures go, because it has been a very nice day. We made it to 86 degrees this afternoon. From there to the 70s, 72 very balmy degrees in Philadelphia. You know, the average high this time of year is around 74, and it's almost midnight. So yes, we're doing pretty good if you like warm temperatures. Up and down the shore, we're in the 60s, from 66 in Surf City to 69 degrees Atlantic City. Sea Isle coming in at 66 degrees as well. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the rest of our forecast, starting with where we should be this time of year. We talked about it, 74, 86, and the record 91 degrees. Nowhere near that, although we were about 5 degrees away. Now tomorrow we're going to once again continue that very warm summer-like air. 83 is what we'll do in Philly, and that's going to be even with increasing cloud cover. If we had full sunshine, yeah, no limit to where we can go tomorrow. Likely in the mid to even upper 80s in some areas, but we'll keep it around 83 because of that increase in cloud cover. Shore points in the 70s, low 80s to the north and to the west. So this afternoon, we started to see a few more clouds. Tomorrow morning, we likely will see the clouds sticking around, and most likely we're going to have more of an overcast afternoon. Once we get past your Monday afternoon, yeah, we're going to be seeing these systems come up on the map. But while we may have clouds, we likely aren't going to see rain from them. We are going to see some pretty big surf, though, so just keep that in mind, especially toward the end of the week. So, 7-day plan shows 81 for Tuesday. Now we start getting into fall-like temperatures Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, low 70s, beautiful sunshine. Next weekend looks perfect with temperatures in the upper 70s, climbing back up to near 80 by Sunday.